Okay, I think we're back. Right. Good. Note to self, don't use the computer. It breaks. Okay. Fucking hell, bro. I guess we're just not going to do the P&L. I don't know how to make, MetaTrader doesn't work. Maybe it's like getting bogged down with so many numbers, dude. Too much money can't route to the stream. Anyways, that's a dumb joke. What were we talking about, dude? We were talking about this bot and the indicator. So I've got the indicator going now. There's a few things I want to add. What I want to do is build the indicator out so that, first of all, we're going to get rid of these entries, these stupid entries. What it's going to do is it's going to monitor the biases and it's going to monitor positions that you could be taking on the hourly and 4 hour, right? So that way you have the higher time frame, right? So let's say we have, you know, this low here, right? We're on the 4 hour. We regained it, right? Now, this might be a bug right now because that should be saying regained right now, I believe, right? And then, but maybe it's because it's only got, oh, I know why. Because I've got it set, it's only checking for one regain right now, so it's not doing all of them, right? So it identified like this as the high right now, and that's the regain. Anyways, I need to add more to it, but what ideally it would say is, hey, you've regained this, so the 4 hour is going to come up here, right? So that way you can have biases on the 1 and 4 hour, and you can say, hey, this is the zone in which we want to be buying on the 4 hour. So ideally you would be able to look for smaller positions on the 15 minute, and you would be able to trade within that larger trade so that you don't get confused. You know what I'm saying? So that you always remember, okay, what's the larger move that's going on, right? The daily and the weekly are probably unlikely to use for like position entries, but largely more for levels, right? Right now, the stream says, hey, right now the stream says we have to save the day, right? Or some bullshit, okay? Reason being is this is the low. This is the absolute low that price can go before just tanking us, okay? Are you bullish now? You're bullish now. You better be bullish now, because if they don't go up today, the market's fucked, right? And a lot of big guys that have been holding up this market, right? Because right now, all the AI whales and tech giants have been propping up this market. We know that. We know that this is a bubble already, right? We know that this is unsustainable for current evaluations of the companies under the NASDAQ, okay? This is not good already, right? So all the tech giants, they already know that too, right? So they have to be buying here. Otherwise, we're fucked, right? We're coming back down here, okay? And they don't want that, because if we start coming down, well, potentially it's really hard to stop the falling knife. You know what I'm saying? So it's better for them to keep propping this up and trying to prolong the bubble as long as possible so that they can potentially fix the problem. The more time they have, the better it is, because AI is going to be able to advance faster than this market is going to be able to advance. Okay? Does it make sense? So we have to be buying here right now. And we're looking and we're saying, hey, okay, we're actually getting some decent confirmations that I want to be a bull. I'm already long, right? I'm already long on some QQQ and whatnot, right? Because regain, you know, just long because I'm assuming they're going to prop it up, okay? I'm not even really looking at the chart that much, but there is a regain here, right? So ideally, I don't want to lose this level today, okay? On the open, looks like it's going to be bearish though, okay? Yeah. Looks like it's going to be bearish on the open. It looks like they're going to come down here, okay?
Order filled. Order filled.
So bearish on the open. Oops. Probably going to swing for a new low. So because the higher time frame is telling us, hey, good chance it's bullish, right? Then probably going to swing for this low, pick up some more orders here, hopefully, before they liquidate the entire market, right? And then somewhere in here, okay? That's my guess for the day, hopefully, right? That makes sense. Great explanation on what's happening. Yeah. And you might say, hey, why is it this level, right? You might say, hey, why is it that level, right? I'm not gonna, it's a little bit of a secret, right? But this is the only level on the chart that matters, okay? And it's not just because it's like the one that we're testing. It's the only one that matters. And you guys can kind of, if you do a little bit of thought in your own brain, why is this the level that matters, okay? And it's matter. This is the only level that's mattered for months or since June, okay? All of this time, it's the only level that mattered, okay? There were two important levels. There was this one, right? And there was this one, right? Depending on how you're looking at the chart, okay? The rest of it is not very important. In order for the bull market to stay a bull market, these are the two levels that have to hold, right? Essentially. And a lot of you aren't going to be able, a lot of you are going to think it's something else, and I'm just not going to say what it is, okay? A lot of you are going to just say, oh, it's because it's the low. It's not. That's not right, okay? But you can, if you want to do a little bit of thinking, you can maybe figure that out. So just a little hint for you, okay? Anyways. We need gold to GG. I mean, we've been long on gold for ages, brother. We've been long on gold for ages. Gold doesn't look great today either. I wonder, actually, I need to see the pre-stream brief for today. Right now. I need to see if the Fed actually is still, because that's going to tell us if the market's going to open. If the Fed's still thinking, what are they thinking? September rate hike, yeah. Okay, what we want to see is, we want to see if this is, if they've changed their mind today. Nope. Same thing.
should look into Westinghouse. It's one of the biggest and most well-known nuclear energy companies in the world.
Westinghouse? Nuclear, eh? I'm good. I don't know. I don't really do energies or commodities or anything. Okay. It's really hard to throw away this gold position, but I might have to. I might have to, bro. Let's look at the edge finder. Pretty torn on. Super, like, as torn as it gets for NASDAQ. Gold. Okay, relatively bullish. We are becoming more bullish on gold. My only concern with the gold longs right now is that inflation. The inflation risk in September. And again, this weekly might fail, but it is nested. Okay, so something I added to the... I was going to tell you guys this earlier, but I think I got distracted. Something I added to the indicator is nested setups. So I'm not sure if it's showing here. But essentially, we failed to lose this level, right? So if we lose this, it's inside this still, right? So it's nested, right? So I want to take the one that's the highest priority, right? So trading is a priority system for me. It's not whatever comes first or last or, you know, whatever my emotions are. It's a priority system, right? So if something is nested inside something else, right? I'll show you an example on the QQQ, right? Where's the QQQ here? 1 hour. Is this right? Wait. 15 maybe? No. 4 hour? What was it? There was something I was seeing that was nested. Anyways, the point is, if I've gained something, and then there's a structure break, as a lot of ICT traders call it, inside, like, so if it pivots inside of it, so we regained this zone, right? But if it changes trend inside of it, I don't care. It's meaningless to me. What matters is the larger idea, right? So it's nested inside of it, so I just ignore it. Okay. So I added that. There's something here nested. Daily's nested right now here. Right? Here you go. This is a nested trade. So we failed to make a new low, right? And then we lost this level, okay? So the bigger trade is this failure, right? So it should go up, right? So it says long. But you can see, hey, the most recent thing is it lost this level, right? So what is it going to do, right? Well, it's going to go down because the nested trade is a smaller action. It's inside something else. So it's still valid, right? It's just not priority. Everything's always valid. So it rejected here, right? It went down. And it's trying to find support again here, right? So it's not actually going to break the new low, most likely. The bigger trade is the larger one, so it can do both, right? So just looking at the one time frame, you could have known that this was going to bounce like that, right? Anyways, Okay, so Fed odds are even going higher. Shit. They might not be able to hold it, dude. Fed odds spiked. Oil broke 100. September hikes odds jumped from 68 to 80 overnight. That's not good. Gold's pulling back, not confirming my bull call. That's because of the Fed spiking the odds. Everyone's reacting to that. Tory trades in the news again for doing some bullshit. Great. Anyways, yeah, no major news. Okay. Just the fucking Fed spikes going harder. What time frame are we on? Just look at the screen, bro. It tells you in the middle of the screen. Like, there's a giant number on the middle of the screen. Name of my indicator, it's completely... it will be unavailable to the public forever. I will never give you this under any circumstance. Okay? No circumstance will anyone have access to this indicator. I don't want to sell it. You can't bribe me. You can't marry me for it. No matter what you say. Yeah, build your own. Exactly. I teach you everything. If I give you an indicator that just does things for you, what is that? What good is that? So you guys know me, right? Like, I want to make your lives better, right? I don't want to hand you things. I want to make you better people. I want to make you better men, right? So if I teach you skills in order for you to develop your own whatever, right? Then I've done my job, right? But if I hand you free money, you become a worthless individual, right? And you actually make society worse because you just spend like crazy and you act like a douchebag or whatever. But if I give you something that just churns money on your own, sure, you're going to feel good, but that's completely meaningless. I don't give a shit about you feeling good, right? I would prefer you suffer and become a really awesome person and then later create a better world, right? Right? That's what I did, right? And I love the situation that I'm able to create now, right? It's great because life's been very difficult, okay? So this is the ideal sense for you guys, right? So if I teach you everything, okay, great. Now you have the tools, go figure it out on your own. You can code this yourself, okay? You can do all of this yourself. I teach you absolutely everything, okay? Everything is free, remember? Let's see if we can... I want to buy here. Hope that would be really cool if we can buy there. Okay. You're 100% right. Any tips on building the indicator and code you used? No. Brother, I showed you how complex this is, right? I've been working on it for a month. There's like 5 sheets of prompts, right? And that's just for the strategy. And then there's also 5 sheets for like how to read the chart. There's a lot going on here. Anyways, I worked on something. We got 15 minutes to market open still. I'm still on the I really hate that the chart's slapping like that. It's fucking pissing me off. And I think it's because, yeah, I think it's because I'm clicking with 2 fingers. Hey, baby. I see your text. Cool. Okay. Distracted. Okay, so what we've got here. Okay, I'm going to show you my Claude, okay? So instead of doing the daily reads because they're taking too long, I have the indicator. We switched to an indicator now, right? So the indicator does its fucking bullshit. It's great. It shows me what it needs to show me live, right? And I'm going to be adding to it over time. So what I've got is the indicator open, okay? So it's saying, hey, here's some, we're opening the options for you to start adding tools and debugging, right? And then at the end of the day, it's going to run again and it's going to score some biases. It's going to write off for the end of the day, and it's going to collect all the data from the day, okay? And this is throughout the day, I'm going to be able to add to it any issues I see or things I want to add, okay? That's for the indicator side. I've also come up with a strategy lab, right? Where every day it's going to test new things, right? All right, and what's really crazy about this is it's starting with, so first of all, it's starting with just like, this is the baseline, okay? The V0. This was like, if you just ran my trading strategy without any human intuition, it would make money, right? This is the baseline, okay? And this is literally just what I wrote last night, right? And I just said, hey, make a bot that would trade based off of how I've traded, right? This is worse than my actual trading because there's no human intuition. There's no actual thought. It's just follow the rules strictly, okay? And manual trading, like, or mechanical trading like that, actually performs worse if you're good at trading because there's a lot of nuances, okay? So this is the baseline. So it's a profitable system, right? And what it's going to do is every day it's going to offer new things to test against it, okay? But what's cool is I said, how are we going to ensure the best combo of variables, okay? So we don't want to discredit something that could be useful under certain situations, right? But overall, not useful, okay? So let's say we have a baseline here, right? And I say, let's add, a moving average, just for argument's sake. Let's add a moving average. And then it checks everything, and it's like, overall, it is not profitable, so it just scraps it, right? But what if the moving average is really profitable, on Thursday or whatever, right? Just argument, like, this doesn't have to make any sense, right? It's really profitable on Thursday. Well, what we're doing now is it's actually going to check that moving average option against every single individual strategy and variable. So you have a whole array of what it tests. It's not just everything at once, right? And then what it's going to do is it's going to classify things as, like, is it good? Is it good under certain situations? And it's going to store these ideas in different columns, right? Good overall, good with certain situations. And then from there, when all the things that can be good, we're going to test everything against each other, right? So it'll be a whole network of everything testing itself, right? And then on top of that, I want it to also check new ideas for methods, right? Every day as well, right? So this is also, so this is the lab so there's two things in the lab. There's testing variables against the strategy to make the strategy better, right? And then there's new methods that I'm going to be adding that I want to test as well. And then everything's an array, right? So like, how, like an example of like a new method might be like, hey, is it viable? Like an idea I might have is say, if it fails the low, how far does it go, right? So we need data on that, right? That's just an example. It's a really stupid example so that you guys can understand it really easily. But like, let's say we already have a strategy that's like, this dumb money strategy, right? I want to see if I can find new things to add to the method, right? Because there's like 6 different things I do for dumb money concepts, right? And then from that, so each thing works on its own, but I need to improve each one, right? I need to remove the losses from each one. What would you rate your strategy from 1 to 20? 17. my dumb money concepts as I trade it, as you guys trade it, from what you guys know, it's a 14. Okay, it's a 14. Like let's say 10 is a profitable strategy. Okay, or 10 is slightly profitable. Let's say 10 is the market, right? Let's say that 10. If I rank like you say 120. If I rank a strategy 10, it means it matches the market. So 2% a month. Okay. So 10 would be that. And then anything less would be unprofitable sort of thing, right? I'd give it a 14 because it beats the market. Whatever I've taught you guys beats the market, but it's not a fucking crazy, amazing, like you're going to be churning money sort of thing. Okay. What I do is probably a 17 where I can make money mostly every day, right? Mostly every day, or I can make money pretty much every week, right? Which is it's a little bit more complex. I don't really want to, it's hard to teach. So it makes no sense to teach to beginners, right? Because you guys just would not fucking understand anything. And then there's even more to it that I'm still adding, that would make it a little bit better. And then Trader Sumo is like fucking 20 out of 20, bro, but you're never going to understand what the fuck he says. Okay. Trader Sumo is easily the best trader I've ever met. Am I in a long trade already? I hate it when people ask that. Can we please review the NQ chart? It's on the screen right now. But yeah, we have been discussing NQ. I can discuss it again because usually I stream at this time rather than like I started like 45 minutes ago. Basically, if you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, I'm a huge dickhead that yells at my audience, okay? But I make money, so you guys watch me, okay? Isn't that true? I'm just rude to you guys, but because I'm good, you watch. Okay. Let me get that light off. Okay. So what is going on in the NQ? There is one level on the chart right now that is the most important level. It is this blue line, okay? It is the daily origin, okay? That's what I call them, the origin, you know? This level has to hold. Notice how they keep bouncing off of it. It has to hold, okay? And if it doesn't hold, all the fucking tech oligarchs, all the tech chappies there, the big guys with the money, right? They are upset, okay? Because right now they need money, they need valuation in order to further develop their AI bullshit, okay? They need the market to be supported. Otherwise, they don't, like, if we go into a recession, which is very likely going to happen, okay, soon, right? You know, my prediction was the summer of 2026 would be the top, and guess what? That's the top so far. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that my prediction was not correct, because I would love to make more money, okay? When it goes down, I lose money. As much as I'd like to say, hey, I'm right, I lose money when it goes down because I'm invested in the market, okay? So it doesn't matter if I'm short, I'm losing money overall. Most of my money is invested, okay? Anyways, all the big guys, they're like, hey, we need this to continue. Otherwise, people don't have money, they're not spending on our AI, right? And I'm not able to develop further. They need money, they need energy, okay? They need time in order for the AI to fix its own problem, which is it doesn't make money. AI doesn't make money, right? So the AI has to solve the problem. We don't know how to do it. We're all retards, right? So the more time we can buy, so everyone's buying right here, hoping that it holds. But everyone knows that this is a bubble, right? So at some point it's going to pop, right? The only way it doesn't pop is if AI fixes the problem of AI not making money. That is the only possible solution for this market not to collapse, okay? So how do we do that? We give AI as much time as possible. It's the only way. Buy more time. How do we buy time? Allow this to take as long as possible, chop around, do nothing, and then fucking buy the exact last second. Okay? Delay this as long as possible. Why do you think there was chop for the past 2 months? Why do you think this is nonsense and difficult to trade? Right? Because nobody's actually trading it. Nobody's actually investing at these highs. It's all propped up and simulated. None of this is real. All they're doing is buying time, and they're buying off of these levels, pretending like the market is real, okay? So that they can not cause panic for as long as possible. The second there's panic, there's no money. It's exactly what Elon did, right? Let's look at SpaceX. Market's about to open in 5 minutes. What did Elon do? He launched as soon as possible, okay? I told you guys this would go below 50, right? This is just going to keep collapsing, SpaceX, right? Terrible investment. We knew we were 100% certain on this, right? Because it made no sense. It was valued more than Amazon, despite making 1/10 of what Amazon makes, right? Doesn't make sense, right? So SpaceX launch as fast as possible, as fast as he possibly could. He then added Grok or XAI to it, right? So that XAI could have a valuation. XAI like a value, right? XAI then on the spike bought Cursor with this money, right? Cursor is a stronger AI, and now Cursor's working on this. So as this collapses, Cursor is adding to the project so that he can save his ass, right? Like, you guys don't think that deep, eh? That's why he launched so early. He had to beat everyone before the collapse. Otherwise, he'd fall behind, right? There's a lot of logic going on here that the big guys are the big guys are really planning shit, right? Thoughts on Orb plus DMC on gold? I'm sure it's perfectly fine, but DMC does not require Orb to work. Okay, you can do opening range break sort of idea using just DMC. Just look at the failures, right? That's all you need. Look at the failures and look at the gains. You're gonna know the direction. You don't need a, like, it doesn't make sense. You're using two conflicting things that sound similar, right? Opening range break, right? Like yesterday's orb was like this or something, right? So you would have shorted, right? You would have shorted somewhere in here or something, right? And it would have worked, right? Great. Orb is decent. I'll give it that. It's decent. Okay, it's not that great though. But you could have just done the exact same thing with DMs with dumb money, right? What did we do? We shorted somewhere in here too. I think I exited early. Yeah, I didn't go down here, obviously, right? But I took this trade in there, right? Short as well. So just based off the closes, that's all. Market volume been low. Yeah, I wonder why, dude. I just explained that. Because they're buying time. They don't give a fuck. So, you know, if they can't buy any more time, if they've run out of money to buy time with, well, you know, because it gets more and more expensive to do this. I mean, I really hope it doesn't collapse today, otherwise I'm going to lose a lot of money. Today's Friday. The weekly is going to close, right? Look at the weekly. Last week we failed. We lost the level, right? Did I order more QQQ? Weird. I don't remember ordering QQQ. There's a market open. Told you to go down on the open, right? Ideally, we want to see a buy here, right? Ideally. I really hope so.
Order filled.
We're gonna take a... We're gonna try it, dude. Should we try it? We're playing the game of oligarchs must save their money, okay? That's what we're playing right now. Oligarchs must save their money. That's the strategy. The strategy is bet with the tech giants and hope that they don't lose too. Yeah, but let's see, dude. This is the box I drew, right? This is where I wanted it. Oh, well, the peacocks are coming. Cool. Let's go, baby. Bounce it up. What's the bias for today? Both. Just like every day, Pinky. You guys ever watch Pinky and the Brain as a kid? It's market open and we're going to watch Pinky and the Brain. Instead of looking at our bank accounts collapsing.
Imagine being able to build just by thinking about it.
We're not gonna look at the chart. We're gonna buy. We're gonna buy when it's a short bias, market's collapsing, and I told you that this is a bad idea. We're just gonna buy and then watch Pinky and the Brain.
Jake, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's a...
Did you guys ever watch this as a kid? Holy shit. What do we do every day, Pinky? This is what we do every morning. We try to take over the market.
Insane, they're laboratory mice. The team captain's nice. They're Pinky and the Brain. Before each night is done, their plan will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun. They'll take over the world. The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and
Buy
the
and keep
Brain.
the debt and
The
watch
twilight campaign is easy to explain. To prove their mousy work, they'll overthrow the earth. The Pinky and the Brain.
Narf. Nice. Narf. Oh, you can clip. You can make money if you want to clip. Boom. We're up. We're up. Nice. We gotta listen to more fucking rap music. Let's go. Bro. So am I Pinky of the Brain? Both, brother. Oh, man. Should I switch the speakers here? Wait. I really like this song. It's a Jesus song. Or a God song or something. Wait. I trust in you. This is what you do every morning. Pray to Jesus. You know? Market goes in your favor. Do a couple prayers. Breath work, bro. Put your trust in him. Look at this. What? How did he know? How did he know? Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's see. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. we actually need to. It's only been 5 minutes. I could be very wrong. Still could be very wrong, bro. Okay, regain on the 5. Nice. Maybe. Let's see if they can hold it, bro. They're trying. They're really trying, eh? Wow, you're a believer. This is great. Yeah, I'm a esoteric Christian, which means I don't believe in the dogmatic practices of Christianity.
God or play Pinky Market scared of it.
I don't think the passage to the higher power is through doing works or morality, or you know, this is my I believe the passage to higher power is through one's consciousness, which is internalized. Okay, that's what esoteric means. Okay, it's kind of a Eastern religion approach to a Western religion, if it makes sense. Bro, what market today? I don't know. I don't know if that's if you're shocked about what the market's doing, or what you're asking what it's going to do, or what am I I have no idea what that question. Half you guys don't speak English, dude. And I know that because you guys are from somewhere or something. I don't know. It's just like hilarious when I see you guys say something that makes absolutely no sense. All the big institutions are watching Pinky and trading beside it. Hey, that's the secret, dude. If you embrace the Pinky and the brain, bro. And then you become one with them both. Brother, it's the yin and yang of what Dumb Money Concepts is about. It's this super smart thing, but you apply it in a retard way, okay? And the dumber you are, the better. Because then you can just chill, right? Like, if you think about trading, you have to be both retarded and really smart, right? And remember, trader is an anagram for retard. So do retarded shit, make money, okay? Ah! They're gonna hold it, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Did I bought more QQQ. This is a longer, more swing on a personal account, but what is it even doing here? Price is not moving. Am I confused? What's going on? Am I tripping? Like, why is QQQ not moving? Huh? Okay, so in theory, this 5 minute told us that regained here, and we don't want to get below here, okay? In theory, but it's a 5 minute, and I hate 5 minutes, but Actually, it's already... No, this is... Never mind. It's already done it what it needed to do. It already satisfied a new high. It can go down. It could easily go down here. Easily. But I'm still just going to long, right? Because why not? Why not long? Like, markets are usually bullish, so... Right? Just going to pretend like I know what I'm doing, right? And then hopefully it goes up. Can you get a free account? No. People are just holding it with their nails at this point. Yeah, I mean... Pinky and the brain training strategy outperform TGR all day. Probably, yeah. TGR doesn't make money. Well, when I say he doesn't make money, I mean he doesn't beat the market, okay? This is what I always mean. If somebody doesn't beat the market, they're not good at trading, okay? So if you make 10% a year, you're not trading, okay? Do I believe in 7 wives? No. I think that's retarded. I can barely give enough attention to 1 woman, let alone 7. If you can give attention to 7 women, dude, you're not doing anything with your life. You're completely useless, okay? I don't have time. I don't even have time for myself, bro. As a man, you should be creating stuff, right? You should be doing something useful, right? You can have one woman to support you, right? So that you keep your sanity, right? Is that gold? No, it tells you on the chart what it is. I don't know why you guys ask silly questions. It literally says like right in the middle of the screen in giant letters right here, right? Okay, they didn't hold that level. This is so we're now at this blue line again, huh? The blue line of doom. Right? Let's see. Which instrument? Says in the middle of the screen, brother. Says giant letters in the absolute middle of the screen. Dead center middle of the screen. It's like, this is like this and what time frame are you on is like the worst questions I could possibly ever get. Because both of them are giant letters in the middle of the screen. Watch me just turn like pissy now that it goes against me. We gotta play more Jesus music, bro. I know, it's all good. I am absolutely indifferent to what happens because it doesn't matter. It really does not matter what it does, right? It really does not matter. But I think they hold it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Motherfucking gloves on. Where's that animation going? One sec. I gotta. Okay, wait. Bro. Like all my animations are like, wait, let's transform, center, stretch to screen. Let's see. Dang it. Fit to screen. Motherfucking gloves on. It's not showing me my animations. It's just giving me the sound effect. There we go. Bum bum. Are you guys worried? Are you scared? Is anyone like in chat? Is anyone scared of this price action? Like, are you scared it's just gonna fall through the floor and everything's gonna be destroyed? 15-minute. So what this tells me is it will go lower. I'm still long though. Yeah, I'm scared. No fear. How do you start your trading journey, and did you do any big loss which you remember? Yeah, I've blown everything once. I've also lost $1 million. But that was not all in one session. I've lost $1 million of liquid cash, 1 million to 0 in a year. And that was all of my money. That was not like I had millions. It was like that was everything. I lost absolutely everything and had to restart. And then in the fastest I've ever lost something is when I was earlier into trading. I had like $3,000 and I lost everything at once because I was leverage trading on BitMEX and Bitcoin back in like 2017. Like $3,000 and everything would just immediately gone. And I was like, what? It can do that? What? I can lose? Basically, I was just DCAing basically, right? And trying to like scalp, right? And then there was a massive tank and it just all went away and immediately, right? Because I was high risk, just scalping back and forth. And I was like, oh shit. Good lesson. $3,000. Nice course. Better lesson than Tory Trades course. $3,000, much cheaper. You get much more education from it too. $3,000 liquidation is a better deal than Tory Trades $6,000 course. Hunter, how do you interpret absolute wick swing? Whatever. I don't know what that means, bro. Okay, wait for that new low, right? Okay, buy it. Buy it. Buy. Katy Perry's gonna make it go up. This is a song about the market, I'm sure. Right? When I used to have those emojis on the screen. What did I do with them? Wait. We need to bring up the emojis on the, you know what I mean? Here, let me pull this up. Okay, we're only down $2,000. Yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, up and you're down. On screen emotes, let's do it. Oh, we can do it for YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Okay. Is that a case? I thought I already had premium, bro. Oh, explode. Oh, I thought I already had premium. Oh. Okay, let's do this. Copy that. Let's add a new one. Market's dumping. Shit. It doesn't like this song. That's okay. We're down $5,000. Let's see. It's Friday, dude. We're gonna enjoy this collapse, right? Bitcoin dumping too? Good. We've been wanting Bitcoin to dump forever. Web. Browser source. Web something. Up in your town. And someone call a doctor. Custom widget. Oh. Browser source, I think. Emojis. Here we go. What? Okay. Okay. Oh, did it do? Oops. Okay. Okay, now there's emojis for the screen. Right? Do the emojis. See if it works. See if it works. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, we're fucked, bro. We're fucked. See if they can buy it here. Our strategy did not work. Yet. Well, yet at least. In theory, they could still buy it. There's a reason why I'm not DCAing though. Okay? There's a reason I'm not DCAing. Because I need to watch the reaction, okay? We entered a small 2 lot, right? I'll probably leave here at like a 20k loss or something, but I'll be willing to risk like 20k on this, which is perfectly fine, I think, right? Literally trading solely off of the idea that we don't want this to collapse. Okay, that is the strategy. This has nothing. I'm going again, and I made sure that this is clear, right? We are going against what the market told us to do. Okay, it told us to go short on the open, right? Right, short on the open, and I'm hoping. Okay, this is a hope. This is a gamble a little bit, okay? Because this is not what the strategy tells us, okay? Because this is down a lot too. Right? I'll stop out somewhere down here. Okay? On a personal account. Okay? or at least I'll exit some of it. On the personal account, it's more of an invest sort of thing. So, like positional trade. So, it's probably wise to not close everything on a personal, right? Because eventually the market usually comes back, right? I want to say also that if, like, you know, I talk a lot of dooms, right? Doomsday sort of shit. If we lose this, it doesn't necessarily mean anything terrible, okay? Doesn't really mean anything terrible, honestly, right? Because you can lose a level and then just regain it, right? But there was a really high chance that we at least come down here, right? At this point. Okay. It sure does mean something. I'm down $1,300. Sucks to be you, bro. It will keep shorting. I like, usually people say things like that are wrong, right? I'm surprised gold's not dumping really hard, actually, if NASDAQ is dumping. So gold's holding its weight despite the inflation stuff going on. It's mostly just the tech sector right now. ES is actually doing fine. Yeah, it's mostly just tech. Yeah. NQ and crypto bleeding? Yeah. Crypto kind of follows the NQ, right? How about... No, crypto's not even doing that. Like, Bitcoin's barely even dumping. 2% is nothing for Bitcoin. That's what my DMC bot says. You have a DMC bot? I highly suspect that it's not very good. Because I'm the creator of DMC and my bot's not that good. You know what I mean? And I have a programming degree. So unless you understand both programming and DMC better than the creator, it's unlikely that your bot is doing very well. Because mine's not very good yet. But it started, and I'm gonna be working on it a lot over the next few months still. 4 hours gonna close horribly. Yeah. This should the biases should rerun here in 30 seconds. Hopefully, assuming that the thing is working properly. Where is this lined up to? I'm not even sure, honestly. Where's that? Do you think they're gonna buy it? I think it's pretty far-fetched at this point. I think it's pretty far-fetched, especially consider this close is going to be horrid. Right? They're going to likely reject off this rally. Who says DMC is not good? Catching a falling knife. I don't think anyone's trying to catch this. Right? Silver's recovering. Yeah, metals are doing fine. So this is not dumping from inflation, right? If it was dumping from inflation, then metals would be crashing as well too. ES would be crashing as well too. This is solely tech. This is solely a tech issue. I know Tesla's earnings came in the other day horrid, and Tesla's a pretty, like, Tesla had a really bad gap, right? So if you want to speculate on what's going on, you want to be looking at NVIDIA, you want to be looking at Tesla, you want to be looking at SpaceX, all that shit, right? AMD, right? I wonder, how's, fuck, what's the one? Micron? MC? Wait, what is Micron's? What is Micron's? MU, that's what it is. Interesting. Yeah, Micron's still doing decent, actually. Funny enough. I mean, not actually that decent, actually. It's failing pretty hard, but for some reason I thought it would be lower. I don't know why. Actually, it makes perfect sense for where it should be, actually. Go figure. Ought to be the grave taker. One grave taker. MU, yeah, thanks, boys. Silver recovery, yeah, okay. NQ does not look good for the long. Correct. It does not look good for the long. I'm telling you guys that buying here has nothing to do with how I trade, okay? Nothing to do with it. So if you are trying to learn something today, you would be duped. I'm duping you. The only reason that I am buying here, again, so anyone who's kind of new joining us right now, the only reason I am buying here is because I really don't want them to lose this level. Okay? Longs don't look good at the moment. Correct. I would agree with you. I am hoping learn to accept to lose. I mean, I lose every day. I also win every day, you know, both up and down, right? Yeah, you don't want the big guys to lose this level, because then it could be the start of a, I mean, I'm not saying, but if we lose this level, that means there's a very high chance that we're in like a big ol' recession, okay? So this level is incredibly important, and I understand that, and the big guys understand that, okay? All of these other levels were not important, right? This is the only one that's really important. Okay. And it's not a guarantee that if they lose it, we go into a really bad recession. But this would be the precursor, is what I'm saying. It is if we lose it, we are now potentially going to destroy the entire economy, right? Does that make sense? Important based off of what? You don't need to know that. Hey man, I backtested your strategy and I'm having confusion when we go for trades. We have to mark every single untested and tested level monthly. I mean, you don't have to mark levels at all. I'm giving you concepts that you can apply and figure out your own strategy, right? So I show you how I trade based off of these concepts, right? So I don't take every level. I don't take every trade. I also do things that are weird, right? Like buy this, right? This has nothing to do with my with dumb money whatevers, right? This is more of a trend progression sort of thing, I believe. Unless I'm crazy and I'm wrong and I've misinterpreted something, this is trend progression is what I'm doing right now, okay? This is not dumb money concepts. This level has to hold in order to continue the trend. Okay? And continue the trend is important for why? We spoke about this earlier in the stream. So that AI has more time to find a solution to fix its problems, okay? If we go into a recession, AI won't have the money, and it will take an extra 5 years before AI becomes useful, okay? But if we can buy time, then maybe in the next year they can find a solution, okay? That's the race right now. There's a race going on. Can AI fix itself before the market collapses? Right? This is what we're talking about at the start of the stream. The market is going to collapse if AI does not find a solution. The more time we give it, the more likely it is that we don't go into a recession. Okay? Like a bad recession, I mean, okay? Like 2000 dot-com crash recession, right? Where everyone's fucked for like 5 years, right? That's what we do not want. Okay? So I'm currently betting that we will not be fucked, right? Even though this is what I told you guys to look out for. Okay. So if it happens, I'm going to say I told you so. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to say I told you so. Right? Because that's how influencers work. I'm just going to be right always online. Okay. What you do is you speak in just general sense. You're like, oh, there could be a collapse. And then you're like, I got you. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to be buying. Oh, I got you. Right? You just say both directions all the time. And then you always say that you're right. It's great. Influencer logic, right? Are you invested in AI companies, or do you have a company you're invested in? I'm invested in the NASDAQ. Chris, you don't think that the Iran war won't tip us over? War is good for the economy. Bro, you're wild. This level does not have to hold to continue trend. I mean, you're wrong. Okay. You don't. I'm just gonna be completely blunt with you. You don't understand how the market works. Okay. The market works based off of trend progression, which is a very complicated version of dumb money concepts, okay? I teach dumb money concepts. Trend progression is too complicated for me. I understand little bits of it, okay? I will not teach trend progression. It's too complicated. It's too confusing. People don't understand. They're just going to say, this makes no sense, and not even try, okay? DMC is something that you can learn and apply, and then you can make money with, okay? You're not going to make money with trend progression. You're too dumb. I'm too dumb, right? You know what I mean? But there's little bits I understand. I was slowly getting it, okay? This is the level, okay? I'm just telling you, this is the level. Chris, that's bullshit. War is only good for the MIC. What is MIC? It's not good for retail buyer that affects normal business. What is MIC? Mick? War is good for the economy in some senses, okay? Some ways not. Yeah, okay, yeah. What time we have? Okay, good. War stimulates innovation, okay? In this case, it causes panic. It could cause panic. It could cause volatility, right? It can also increase the price of oil, which can be bad for production of goods, right? Military industrial complex. Okay, thanks. So, yeah. Majority of, like throughout history, I'm just saying through history, not like recent wars, like shit wars. Throughout history, massive wars have been the catalyst to important innovation. The computer, like the most obvious one that's going to prove my point, right? The computer was built because of war, right? Computers would not exist if it was not for World War II. Right? Like every major war sparks innovation so that they can destroy the other country so that they don't get it destroyed. You know what I mean? I'm going to should I de-risk? I'm going to de-risk just in case we get a big old swing down. Okay.
Order filled.
Okay. De-risking as we're coming back up. I've got the QQQ as well. I'm going to de-risk a bit. I'm totally willing to get back in. I'm only de-risking a bit on this one because I want to be buying. Let's sell that. Okay. Until we get a nice regain. I'm de-risking because of the 4 hour, right? Now that we came up a bit, okay. I still want this to hold, right? Do you see how we like, instead of panicking on that close, this is usually what happens. You can actually get back a lot of your losses. So when something goes against you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've lost money, right? Like we entered here, right? Okay. We entered here. We could have taken one full loss, but instead we took a half a loss, right? Assuming we closed out everything, right? I'm just de-risking because I still want to be long, right? Nothing about Hunter is chill. He's been doing purple. What is that? What is purple? A new donkey today? What does that even mean, dude? Is that a donkey? What does that even mean? Man, Hunter is a chill guy to hang out with. Thank you. Sure. Comes to topics of... Yeah. Okay, so I think both of you are right. I'm both a chill guy and not chill guy. I think both of those are right. Check the history of big German companies. Okay. Like blah blah. They got big because of war and war crimes. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So AI ends the world or makes it a better place. Both are correct. You guys got black and white thinking, bro. AI will both destroy the world and make it better. Okay. Just like the computer and social media destroyed the world and made it better. Made it more accessible, but ruined people's lives, right? AI will do the same thing. Technology will both make things easier, but also make things worse, right? In prop trading, instant funding versus challenges. Most people like instant funding better because it feels better. Hey, I'm already funded, but in reality, if you are a good trader, the challenges make more sense, okay? Because they're cheaper. They usually don't have consistency scores. Consistency scores limit the amount of profit you can have. It does increase, like if you trade a consistency score correctly, it'll increase the odds in which you get a payout because you shoot for small profits each day, right? Which is much easier than going for, the larger amount. But a good trader is going to be able to profit more. Usually, I mean, it depends on their trading style, but usually a good trader is going to do better without a consistency score, okay? But a good trader will also profit on consistency score, and it's actually easier to make money with a consistency score because you are throttled by how much you gamble, right? So as a shit trader, which most people are, consistency score is actually not really that bad as long as you just shoot for the minimums, right? It's kind of beneficial, right? All you have to do is not gamble, and it's actually useful for you. A lot of people don't like it because they're like, oh, my gambling, I can't gamble anymore, right? If you want to gamble, go and trade the challenges where you can just rip up crazy amounts, right? Consistency score until you become a good trader. That's actually a good. I would recommend that. Yeah. But instant funding, you know, actually, you know what I might do is like as a beginner, go with the cheapest one, challenges, right? And then maybe intermediate, go instant funding because it's got more rules and you want more rules. As a trader who is not profitable, which you're not, okay? Don't lie to yourself. You're not profitable, okay? You want more rules. Why? Because it makes you better. You want things to be harder as you until you become profitable. You want it as hard as possible because then you ingrain. Like you remember the Karate Kid where he does it with the chopsticks or whatever with the ping pong paddle instead of the ping. You want to train on a difficult situation. So start with the cheapest, then train on the most difficult. Okay, and then once you're good, go back to the cheapest again. I think I might need to go in a moment here. Let's do a giveaway. MavenTrading.com. Use code DMC, 10% off, or code OMO for the new OMO challenge, 40% off. No consistency score, 2-step challenge that has no rules on the news. Okay? Type in plus OMO in chat in order to enter the giveaway. We're going to spin the wheel. Plus OMO. There's a new mini as well. The minis are back. Instant funding. There you go, 10K mini. 10K mini today. MavenTrading.com. Don't follow my advice. And I'm a bad trader. I'm a bad boy. Bad boy. Let's see, what did we listen to here? Yeah. Omo. Oh, it's Friday, so I'm playing music and having fun, dude. Usually we're more focused, but Big Smoke. Winner 10K mini from MavenTrading.com is Scooped. Scout OP. Scooped. Open up a ticket on Maven's website, brother. Congrats. Okay. As I said, this looks horrid, right? We lost the level. Again, the thing that matters is not if we lose intraday, but rather how does this weekly close? How does the daily close, right? Is it big, small, down? That's a line that I drew. Regain, stop below here. Yeah. Boys. It's okay. It's okay. It's all just meaningless numbers on a screen, remember? Like, just remember that all of this is absolutely meaningless, right? That's why we fuck around. Beautiful Friday. Yeah, it's nice out. I'm going to work on the Jeep tonight. I got to fix some stuff. I'll go rock climbing. Fuck yeah, right? Hope you guys have a good weekend too. I'm going to wrap up here. I've got some meetings. Watch this because there's something in my mind. What happened to the DMC read? What's going on? Why is it not going? Settings. Why is it not going? What's the runtime error? Oh, maybe it doesn't run on the 5-minute or something. Where's my DMC read, bro? Notice how they rejected that level on the comeback. Why is it not running? Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to fix these issues. But anyways, like I don't know. My gut tells me that this is all bullshit. Okay, I still think it's going up, but that's me, dude. My gut still tells me it's going up. Like, remember, you know how we draw these like boxes at the start of the day and how they're always right? Right? We drew this box, right? So like, why it has to be right now, right? Trump will tweet something before market close. Good chance, brother. Like, Trump has the power to control this market with a single tweet, right? So he could try to save the economy, right? Okay, yeah. Take care, guys. I mean, as retarded as I am, I'm still bullish. Right? Like, it's hard to be a bear after a dump. Right? Like, just if you think about it, right? You make money by buying dumps, right? And if you use no logic, but full on pinky in the brain, right? And you're like, oh, this is going up. This is a pullback. This is how you make money, dude. You buy and sell when it goes up, right? That's how you make money. So my retard brain is telling me to just keep buying here, but because it has to hold. Okay. This is a serious level, and it's only second retest after. If we don't break today, we may bounce to a prior day. Okay, sure. Okay, boys. I'm gonna get some more caffeine or something. I've been up since 4 a.m. Coding, so take it easy. I'll see you Monday. Pachamama.